I'm Kimberly and today we're going to be checking out the Triffid. We'll also be chatting to John Collins and some other important staff members who've brought this vision together. We'll also be discovering what separates the Triffid from other venues within Brisbane. Let's check it out.
Established in 2014, the Triffid is located in the trendy, up-and-coming suburb of Newstead and has been home to countless international performers in its time. Masterminded by Powderfinger bassist John Collins, this Warhanger-turned-concert venue has drawn in crowds from all musical backgrounds. So what sets the Triffid apart? We sat down with JC to find out.
What inspired the Triffid? What made you want to own a music venue?
I thought Brisbane lacked a venue of this sort of nature of 800 capacity with a beer garden attached to it. I wanted the Triffid to be, you could be a guy who works in the buildings around the road in high vis, or you can be in a suit. You can still come here because music sort of is the demographic. It doesn't matter where you're from. I think Brisbane has always made mistakes about saying we only want these type of people. Which I don't think it's the right way to go to treat music. I think music's there for everybody, and people come here and their connection is they all share a passion for music.
Comparing the Triffid to the other music venues you've done sound for, what makes the Triffid sound different?
Well, there's been extensive work put into the building. So the main difference is that it was thought about from the start. So generally with a lot of venues, it'll be a pre-existing building or structure that will get fitted out with acoustics being the last consideration, whereas here it was the first consideration. So yeah, essentially that's the difference.
So would you say that the Triffid is run by musicians for musicians?
Yes, you could say that, and you'd probably be pretty correct. Yeah, I mean most of the staff here play, or if they don't, are sort of audiophiles of sorts. Yeah, so, and that trickles down obviously from the top.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, growing up, playing in a band, I know how hard it was to hold a job and a tour. Because some bosses just go, well, mate, if you're going for 6 weeks, you're not going to have a job when you come home. So the idea here was to have musicians who obviously got bar experience as well, but to work here and tour, and hopefully they leave here, and the bands are on tour and they come back and play the shows here. I mean, it's just a culture, I think, that trying to establish with young artists, and try to help them.
We're all of us are musicians, or have been, but as well as that, we also are business people as well, and we know how to do that side of things just as well.
It's been well thought out.
Yeah, I think well thought out, or everything has just fallen into place.
The main thing about being a music venue is music's the main thing. I don't want to play God. It's not my role to play God, who plays it, who doesn't.
The Triffid, in my experience, is the best sounding room I've ever worked in.
It's over-engineered it acoustically. It's, you can't even hear from the beer gardens, So that's to protect the neighbours and protect the bands. Because one thing, if you want to build a great venue, you've got to have good sound. You don't want to be turning the venue down. So yeah, that was a hiccup, but we overcame it just by spending more money and getting it right.
The Brisbane Band Wall, was that basically your favourite bands from Brisbane, or?
I've got a secret. It wasn't my idea.
Wasn't your idea?
One of the business partners, unfortunately. I'd love to claim it. I remember saying Jess from Splendour, she wanted to have something creative on the wall. And I said, look, we're in the middle of the build. We're not even going to get this thing finished, and you're worried about artwork on the wall. So, but then she sent through what she was thinking. I went, oh my God, we've got to do that.
Acoustically and practically, where others have fallen short, the venue has flourished. But speaking to John, it's become clear that the Triffid's success is, more than anything else, a result of its heart.
As long as people come in and enjoy it and treat each other nicely, that's what we've always wanted. Music is the thing that unites us in this venue. Music and food and beverage. So that's all it's about, getting together and having a good time and not taking ourselves too seriously.